gentlemen, and welcome to a very special episode of the Cage Fight Podcast. And I think we know what time of the week it is, right?
You know
here.
what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to open up a nice, refreshing glass of hot dog flavored water. Get some chocolate starfish to munch on, and get some motherfucking $3 bills out to pay all those fucking bomb ass strippers. Because you know what? We're all gonna party like it's 1999 on this episode of Fred Durst Friday.
Or when did that Carmax commercial come out?
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's pretty
Maybe
recent.
not even 2 years
Yeah, I
ago.
think
It was
Okay,
like recent.
then we can
like a
party
year
like
ago.
it's 2018 also.
Party like
Well,
it's
we can party like it's
2019.
2019 and COVID wasn't happening. but-
Remember 2019 when like everything was like we could like you could everything was like you could do
Was it
stuff.
open? You didn't have to wear a mask everywhere.
Everything was like pretty gay and
I mean, I don't have to wear.
Stupid.
I don't have to wear a face diaper anyways. But you know,
well, I would never. I mean, that's for cucks.
Yeah, that's for fucking.
I would never bow down to the government trying to tell me to.
All those
wear a
fucking
mask.
Soros-funded bullshit.
yeah.
bow
Don't
down
give me-
to one
And,
you
you know,
serve.
if you
Shifted
actually
the fucking
look,
soundboard.
if you actually look at the facts, you are putting yourself in harm by wearing the mask.
No, yeah,
Yes, that's
it
true.
Reduces all those.
I mean,
O2
Anthony
levels,
Fauci
yeah.
told me that personally.
Yeah,
He came over to my house after he sucked me off, and he told me that masks don't work.
And like, you know, if the not wearing a mask is so dangerous, why haven't all us non-maskers died yet?
yeah. The fucking President
Satan.
Trump doesn't wear a mask, and as of today, September 29th, 2020, he hasn't caught it.
No. And that trend will continue.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Rudy
so
Giuliani's fine. Sorry.
this is the first episode of round 2 of Fred Durst Friday Bracket, and
We
will-
are officially halfway through the bracket.
and we have seen everything that is in this bracket thus far, and
Hell
now
yeah.
we're just determining who is truly the victor.
And
So
we've all had very positive things to say about every entry.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the
Every
bracket.
single
Now we
entry.
just get to bask in the glory of all these.
Bask in
works
the glory
art.
of the best so far.
Yeah.
And on this episode, we will be re-reviewing the Fred Durst Project's Carmax commercial and the song Bleed from Soulfly. So Bleed is a song that came out in December of 1998, the first single from the band Soulfly, which is the Max Cavalera project after he left Sepultura, also known as a song off Deftones' Around the Fur. Or I should say it's a line that he says in the last track of Around the Fur.
Yes. I'm gonna make your soul fly.
And he says it exactly that way too. This episode we wanted to do it a little bit differently than last time because we did talk about the song and the music video originally quite a bit. I think we wanted to review one of the live versions of this song that we found. Now, this live footage I believe is from Ozfest, but I could be wrong about that. It's got Max Cavalera, of course, from Soulfly. It's got Fred Durst coming in, and also his stepson is on stage singing the song.
The stepson
is
who
Max
fell,
Cavalera's stepson.
Yes,
Not
yes.
Fred Durst.
Max Cavalera's stepson who fell tragically from a balcony.
and that's the thing that Mike, you described him as a Make-A-Wish kid.
I did not. I didn't have full context for what I was watching, I guess. I was like, who's this fucking kid on stage? I assumed it was a Make-A-Wish situation.
And what's even funnier about that too is I don't know if you noticed, but he's obviously wearing like Jenko jeans or like Jenko
Oh,
jean
yeah.
shorts or something.
Oh yeah,
And he's
really
wearing, like-
baggy
He's wearing a
clothes.
Soulfly t-shirt.
He's
too.
wearing like a 5X Soulfly shirt. He's like a 75
cut.
pound kid. Yeah.
No, he ripped. He's like the coolest kid to ever come out in 1998.
He looks like AJ Soprano, basically. But yeah, I mean, he's fucking living it up. You know, his mom killed her husband and married
married Max Cavalera and broke up one of the best thrash metal bands. I mean, she is really the Yoko Ono of Sepultura.
yeah, she's the like Hoko Ono.
But yes, and this song I've described it as the most stepson song of all time because fun fact, do you remember in the last episode there was a date that was in the video? It was April 16th, 1996.
Mm-hmm.
It was like spray painted and it was like a message on there. Well, fun fact, that song and music video was dedicated to Max Cavalera's other stepson who died in a car accident that day.
Oh, How many stepsons does he have?
He's got several stepsons.
It's getting pretty suspicious that all these stepsons keep tying up.
It's still, I believe that was a hit and run and they were unsolved. So
Yeah.
and we've never seen the person who killed his stepson and Max Cavalera in the same room together.
Yeah, that's true. He has no alibi, but insists that he could never do that to his little boy.
Yeah, and then he brought this kid on stage just to be like, look, I treat all my stepsons so well.
And
I
then
let
right
Fred
after
Durst assault them at the end.
Right after the camera starts rolling, he fucking body slams his stepson.
And that's the thing. This live performance has Max Cavalera's stepson do a duet with Fred Durst on his verse, and the kid honestly doesn't do that bad of a job. His scream isn't bad for a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got a career in being a kid in really big clothes on a stage.
I mean, even though we did call it the most stepson song of all time, Soulfly is definitely the most family-oriented band of all time because their current drummer is Max Cavalera's biological son.
Oh shit, they keep it in the family.
And before then, their drummer before
band.
then was Igor Cavalera, which was Max Cavalera's brother.
Have they ever played on Family Values?
No, but they were originally going to be on the song All in the Family.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say, like, this is really all in the family.
Exactly.
It's a family affair. Sly and the Family Stone, and yeah, I don't know, other family oriented songs.
And that's the thing.
Sounded like you turned off the record player there.
And there are some funny things about the live performance too. So Fred Durst is going on stage. He's going crazy. He doesn't have a red baseball cap though. He's got a black one.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
And also, once again, to honor Eddie Van Halen, who did die today, this episode will get released 17 years from now. But Fred Durst was not wearing a fucking stupid red hat.
I think it's like the Fred Durst equivalent of like flying your flag at half-mast. Like there was some national tragedy that had happened, and so he put on his black backwards hat.
Well, so there was actually a character arc with Eddie Van Halen when he first saw that live performance. He's like, man, that's a cool fucking black hat. And then he changed into red, and it's like, that's a fucking stupid-ass red hat. Yeah. And then he got his revenge in 2003. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. But there's definitely some funny things in here. There's this like weird little dance thing where he like strolls on stage when he's about to do his verse, and it looks like the reaction I had when my mom's like, hey, pizza rolls are ready, son, when I was a kid.
When he's like nodding his head too, I swear to God, he just looks like a bird.
Yeah,
you know
like
how birds like buck their head their neck back and forth?
Yeah, Mike, he literally goes like this.
Just doesn't move.
Like he bobs his head back and forth.
Honestly, very impressive. And you can tell this kid's just fucking jacked off the Code Red. He's a Mountain Dew Code Red kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid does do a very good job, especially for a 12-year-old, and the fact that he's gotten favoritism from his stepdad.
Nepotism at its.
I mean, literally, the job with Fred Durst just because you're a stepson.
I mean, to be fair, like new metal might as well be called the nepotism genre because I went into a thesis about how all of that entire scene was just pure fucking nepotism of a music scene. It really was. But no, he does a good job, and then kid's going on stage, he's having fun, and then Fred Durst just decides to grab him by the neck. And just like he's about to do a noogie. He did it all for the noogie. And he's like, he makes him scream into the microphone along with Fred too.
And the kid screams of pain.
And he also has severe neck damage after that.
Yeah.
So
I give your stepson a noogie. A noogie. So you can take the boogie of this song and if you shove it up your I don't know. Sorry, just go on.
If you look up
here, son, have an actual cookie because you're too young for nookie.
Look up the next live performance of this song that immediately followed this one. And the stepson is there again, but he's in a wheelchair and has a neck brace.
He's like in those all body casts like this.
Yeah. He's still jamming out, having a great time. But he is one step closer to being a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yes.
After that Fred Durst thrashing.
Well, maybe that his Make-A-Wish was to become a real Make-A-Wish. I don't know.
Yeah!
I want to. My Make-A-Wish is I want to be made a vegetable by Fred Durst.
Hell yeah.
I'd be down for that.
And he didn't want to get his red hat dirty slaughtering this child, so he put on the black one.
And there's also another live video that I found where the audio is fucking terrible, so you can't really tell what's going on. It like cuts out like half the video. But Fred is on stage wearing an entire pantyhose on his head, just completely black, so you can barely see his face. And he just dances, he doesn't sing at all.
I mean,
which is probably one of the weirdest live performances I've ever seen with Fred Durst in it. Because usually, if someone's going to wear a costume like that, it's Wes Borland. Fred Durst dresses very normally.
So he wanted to pull a Wes Borland, but then he realizes like the reason Wes Borland can do this is because he doesn't have to vocalize. Mm-hmm. And he quickly realized like, fuck, I'm trapped in this pantyhose.
Oh,
Dave is fucking losing it.
But yes, I once again I do have to reiterate. I describe this as the most stepson nu metal song of all time.
That's a good characterization, I would say.
Yeah.
How do we feel about like because and I'm searching through my memory banks for what I would consider to be stepson songs. And so like Dead Bodies Everywhere by Korn is kind of like a stepson energy song.
Kind of, yeah.
Because, it's like, you really want me to be a good son.
But also the funny thing is, right, like this song is supposed to be in remembrance of his stepson, but this song has some pretty violent lyrics.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean...
He's talking about someone bleeding. There's talking about a fight going on, talking about having to... put somebody's body in a package.
Yeah. Well, his stepson died violently.
Well, I mean, what is a stepson-stepfather relation if not some, like, punching a hole in a wall?
Yeah.
And, like...
That is a very nu metal dad thing to do, so it makes sense. Oh, nu metal stepdad thing to do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when your wife is 16 years older than you and destroyed your family band that was with your brother. So.
Family band.
Family band!
There's a lot of rivalry in parental relationships where there's a stepfather and a stepson because they're always constantly trying to prove to each other who is more nu metal.
Yes. That was actually the number one argument I had with my parents is that it's like, no, I'm more nu metal. I wear trip pants. I have Jenko jeans. And listen, okay, I have fucking spiky hair and I only listen to fucking Cold Chamber. Like, no, I'm more nu metal. I was into the OG shit. Listen, I was in a band that was directly influenced by Faith No More. And I'm like, you just don't get it.
And then it just devolves into violent scatting.
Yeah.
Fucking
and I was like, you know, Mom,
there
you don't get it. You know what? And Mom's like,
the stepdad is standing there seeing, like, this whole relationship with your mother. This whole relationship with your mother, I do it all for the nookie. And then the kid's like, oh, yeah, well, all day I dream about sex. And,
and that's true.
And that's the thing is that, sometimes you're just like, shut up, I'll fuck you up. That's what I said to my mom every day growing up. Because we lived in a nu metal household, all right?
Yeah. If you live in a nu metal household.
And your mom is so sad she pushes her fingers into her eyes.
And sometimes when my mom really wanted to say, she said, hey you, twisted little... Hey yo, twisted transistor.
Yeah. My favorite Snoop Dogg song.
And then I would say sometimes when my mom was in the way, I said, keep moving on, cause I want to get to the fridge and eat cold pizza.
Twisted Transistor, they made the We're Not Gonna Take It, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be your Twisted Transistor.
You can be my twisted trans. We can be my twisted trans stepsister, so we can make a porno of it.
No, we're not doing that.
You can make a porno of it, and you can perform together at Ozfest.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then, sometimes when my mom would argue with me and I just didn't know what to do, I said, Mom, I'm going loco, mi loco.
We've taken this bit so far that there's probably like 5 people who understand.
We've made too many nu metal family references. I mean, this is the most nu metal stepson family song of all time.
That's true.
So it had to be said.
I mean, this is just in character with the song.
Oh my God.
So let's just move on to the... Let's just move on to the Carmax.
Okay, so I'd one more non.
Okay, that's kind of awesome. Pitch
Dave said, yeah. No. Make it one higher pitch.
That sounded metal as fuck. It sounded like.
There is a lyric that was really funny where Fred Durst says, I got my pride and that's all I need, but replace it with, I got my pies and that's all I need.
I got my pies and I smoke some weed.
Yeah! All right, so, but yes, without further ado, let's get to the Carmax commercial because we really ran that bit a little too far.
Well, maybe just far enough.
Okay, fair enough. But yes, this is a Carmax commercial. It, I believe, came out in 2018, but don't quote me on that. Where a woman
you're going to read out the entire YouTube link, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you
HTTP
HTTPS www.fred and then numerical Durst, and that's how you get to the video.
Well, the video has
that's the YouTube
has
link.
a
So.
Unicode link. It's like a /Q?SC E3 KS9.
And Fred Durst's social security number is
666.
But yes, this commercial has a woman and a mother being quote unquote cursed with the idea of having a car that only plays the song Nookie by Limp Bizkit.
Sounds like a fucking privilege to me.
Exactly. And honestly, they stole my idea because I was originally going to have a nu metal themed version of like cars that only play a single nu metal song. It was going to be a contract I was going to make with Carmax, and they just completely like pulled the plug at the last second, then made fun of me in a commercial afterwards.
That's a great idea. You know,
there was going to be a Loco car. There was going to be Drive from Around the Fur. There was going to be a digital bath car.
Oh, dude! We got the back to school mini maggot car.
Yeah, they got the they got the twist corn car, and every time you pick up a kid,
now I will say here, I do have one gripe with this commercial, and that's that I'm currently looking for a new vehicle, and I went onto like Carmax's website in an attempt to find a vehicle that would only play Nookie, and that is not like an option that you can search for.
It's ridiculous.
And like, what the fuck kind of?
And that's the thing.
They need to update the check boxes for your search terms.
And the Nookie one was originally going to be was the original line of the car that was going to be released, and every car would come with a hot dog flavored water air freshener.
Ah.
And also would come with a significant other that was your mail order bride.
And a chocolate starfish stain on the driver's seat.
Well, you said earlier the car smelled like shit when you tried to buy it. That's probably what that was.
My question is, if you have a car that has this, kooky drawback where it can only play one song, why don't you turn the volume down?
That's kind of what I think. Like, turn the volume down if it really that bothers you.
Or even just turn the stereo off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would
just get used to it because it's the best song ever made.
That's true. If it was any other song, I would just turn it down because I would rather listen to silence than the same song.
Would you rather listen to the sound of silence over and over and over
If that was the song, I'd be every time I pull into a tunnel, I'd be like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Well, it's funny too. So there was actually a competing idea with the people who made hit clips, if you remember back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
So there was actually a mini car brand that would only play 30 seconds of a popular song constantly. So, and that one never really went anywhere because, what's the point of paying 60% of the price of a brand new car that only plays one song if it only plays 30 seconds of one song?
Yeah.
Well, the big problem with those hit clips was that they never made a car with like a port for you to attach the hit clip to the stereo.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we should make a hit clips player for a stereo.
That would be sick. Like an aux cord connection for hit clips.
Yeah, let's make this fucking happen.
Be listening to Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah,
for
I can't wait to listen to Dirty Pop for 30 seconds.
It's gonna be great.
But also, at the very end of the commercial, you see Fred Durst going around. He's like, "Why the fuck are you driving my car?" And I don't know if you noticed, but the only grocery that because he was carrying groceries, the only thing that he had was a giant 2-liter of Pepsi. And he said all I wanted was a Pepsi. So it was actually John Muir from Suicidal Tendencies was right behind him. He's like, "Yo, man, we finally got a Pepsi."
One question I have is, am I supposed to believe that this mother recognizes this man as the singer of the song that her car is playing?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think she was old enough to bop to fucking Ozfest.
Because it seems like she pulls up at a light or whatever.
Right. That's right. I meant Woodstock 99.
She's like, "What the heck? That's Fred Durst," which is coincidentally the guy from Limp Bizkit, which is the only thing my car can play.
Which is currently tormenting my life. Like, this is the person who's responsible for this. I'm probably
this is the man who has ruined my life. See this kid in the back? I'm going to kill her because of you.
Yeah, drive her off a fucking cliff.
This is I definitely was getting some Casey Anthony vibes from the mom
absolutely.
who's being driven to her breaking point by this car.
Fucking ridiculous, man. I can't believe we've tortured Casey Anthony like that.
Yeah, honestly, leave her alone. She was found not guilty. By,
leave me alone. Leave me alone. Well, that's the thing. If she would have been able to finish Nookie, she would know those lyrics. Yeah, and she would have said them. But she didn't because she's a normie and she's like, I'm not even paying attention to this amazing song. I can't pay attention to it. I'm a normie. I can't do it.
I want to listen to Savage Garden or whatever was popular.
I want to listen to the best nu metal band, Nirvana.
Yeah. Remember when they're so nu metal with their fucking Child's Penis album.
And then I swear I don't have a god. It's so nu metal, dude.
Fuck. What's being strangled? That one. I'm sorry. The dude.
Yeah, but they have a delightful.
Yeah. If she really wanted to get rid of the car, she could have just soaked it in bleach.
Yeah, I mean,
and she should have drowned it in mud and soaked it in bleach.
Sorry, I'm really musical today. Fucking using my pipes of an angel.
Oh man,
it's okay. I'll cut you out of the podcast completely. I'll just take your mic feed out.
Well, that's the thing is that the girl's name in the commercial is Polly. It's like Polly wants a new car. All right. Does anyone have anything else to say before we get to the vote?
Fred Durst is all apologies to that lady. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what to say. Everything about this car is gay.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to whoever bought this car from this Karen, and I just want to say.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
my good friend Jess here on Twitter who's looking for a car. So.
And she actually went to the car lot and got a new car, but before she left, she said, "Hey, wait, I got a new complaint."
Yeah, so we moved down to grunge references now.
Forever and dead to the Carmax bigwigs.
Nice. Oh god.
And then I swear I don't have a new car because I couldn't afford it.
Hey, what do you?
She's the one who hears just one pretty song and she doesn't sing along and she wants to shoot herself with a gun.
I got the be all end all.
Oh God, yes.
What is
This is the best podcast ever.
She walks into the dealership, right? And the car salesman's like, "Oh, hey, I see you're giving me a dirty look. Why don't you like car salesmen?" And because she says, "My dad told me that car salesmen were here to rape me."
My friend.
I try to make it as long as possible. That's the thing
is that there was another thing where it was the man who sold me a shitty car.
Yeah, it was a cover of a David Bowie song. While we're
God,
about pedophiles.
All right, you know what? Let's just get to the fucking vote. All right, so I'll do the countdown because Dave. Yes, I'm doing the countdown, Dave. All right, so 3, 2, 1, bleed.
Bleed by Soulfly.
So we all voted bleed.
Sorry, I think we all did.
Cool.
Although I really did kind of want to vote for that Carmax commercial,
like so we can make more Nirvana references later.
Oh, what's up, man?
But no, I don't know. The Carmax commercial is a funny thing that happens to exist, I guess. But
yes, and it did survive a round. So you know what? Round of applause for a commercial surviving.
Yeah, Carmax commercial.
Carmax
you're
commercial.
Officially a veteran. You have fought for this bracket, and I thank you for your service, sir.
So our most successful undefeated champion now is Bleed, and that will continue on to the next round of the bracket.
And I'll just vamp for a second. Fred Durst, I just want to say God bless you, and praise to you and your family.
Yeah.
So the next episode of Fred Durst Friday will be Pauly Shore is Dead versus All in the Family.
Oh God! And to be fair, we're actually going to review all of Pauly Shore is Dead.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited.
we are only reviewing the Fred Durst cameo, unless you guys want to watch Pauly Shore is Dead.
My two favorite things in this world are Pauly Shore and Korn.
But yes, and to be fair, for All in the Family, we could just re-review Bleed. Because that literally is a song about being all in the family.
It's true.
Yeah, Soulfly is a family band.
Yeah.
We could make a video where it's like the live version of Bleed, and on top of it is the live version of All in the Family, and they're playing at the same time.
Oh my fucking! If that survives the next round, we're doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it happen.
But yes, this is going to be Taylor signing off this Fred Durst Friday. Have a good one, and if you don't like my vote, well, it's my way or the highway.
Yeah, and don't forget to vote.
And fuck you both for choosing Teen Titans Go. And this is Jess signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.